I was called by a water damage restoration company to come in and look at a problem that they discovered during one of their dryouts. I went over to this property and the floor was wet, meaning the carpets were saturated and the floor was wet. There was mold on a number of places, overhead floor joists and on walls and on some of the furniture and so on. And they had fans operating, and you don't do that. The reason why you can't operate fans to dry materials out, but you have to use engineering controls and negative air pressure. And they were using scrubbers. And you cannot use scrubbers when you have fans on moldy surfaces. You have to maintain a negative pressure in that environment to be assured that the elevated microbial debris that goes into the air does not escape your control system. And don't forget, you cannot have an HVAC system running while you're doing this, because if you put plumes of material in the air, you can't have it go into the return air. It'll also go into the supply, because all the joints on a supply unit, they all leak. So unless they're taped up and so on. But anyway, we never operate the HVAC system while we're doing any kind of remedial work. And the other thing is that when you have a saturated carpet, you have to remove the water, standing water. You need to remove everything that has liquid water in it before you begin the dry out, because the level of effort that's required to remove liquid water from an environment is substantially higher than if you're just trying to dry out wet 2x4s and drywall and stuff like that. Anyway, food for thought there. If you have mold present, don't put a fan on it unless you're going to use negative air pressure. I would never use dehumidifiers in this scenario, because you're evacuating the air that's in the room. So why would you use a dehumidifier when you're pulling all the air out of the room every 15 minutes? So use fans, use negative air, and protect the house or the rest of the building. Bob Bennett, Farsight Management. It's better use Farsight than hindsight.